Good afternoon. We start this Thursday at 4 o'clock with a judge dismissing one felony assault charge filed against the two paramedics in the death of Elijah-McClain. Defense attorneys had argued that a drug can't be classified as a deadly weapon in this case.
Now, the judge agreed, but those paramedics are still facing charges of reckless manslaughter and two other counts of felony assault. They administered the sedative ketamine after police stopped and threw Elijah-McClain on the ground as he walked home. He was not breaking any laws. He was not armed. Investigative reporter Kevin Vaughn was in court today and joining us now. You know, this certainly is a small victory for the defense attorneys this morning, but it's a victory nonetheless.
Alex, it was. It happened after a long discussion outside the presence of the jury, and then the jury was brought in and the defense began to present their case.
On behalf of Mr. Cooper, we will call Dr. Kenan Hurd.
Attorneys for paramedics Jeremy Cooper and Peter Chikuniak called their first witness, a doctor with expertise in emergency medicine. Their goal was to rebut the prosecution's assertion that these paramedics ignored their training and guidelines when they injected Elijah-McClain with ketamine. Dr. Kenan Hurd acknowledged as much.
Based on his body weight, that would be outside of the protocol for the Aurora paramedics.
But he repeatedly said the amount of ketamine given to McClain, while an overdose, should not have been deadly.
It's much lower than the concentrations that have been reported in the vast majority of fatalities. Concentration in his blood was not a toxic concentration.
Defense attorneys also called Dr. Lubisa Dragovich, a medical examiner from Michigan. He disputed the testimony of other experts that ketamine killed McClain.
Mr. McClain died as a result of anoxic encephalopathy that was brought about by inhalation of regurgitated stomach contents.
In other words, he supported the defense's assertion that it was the actions of police officers, not these paramedics, that ended McClain's life.
My conclusion was that this was accidental death, and I explained what accidental death entails. It's the untoward effect of someone's acts or actions upon the person.
Defense attorneys indicated today they plan to call a number of witnesses and they expect their case to go into next week. Alex?
It's a little about what you expected today. Kevin, any indication that potentially Cooper or Chikuniak could testify in their own defense?
We haven't heard a word about that yet. There will be a point in the trial, probably in early next week, when the judge will ask each of them if they want to testify. That's usually sort of the last thing that happens before a defense wraps up its case. So we're going to have to wait and see.
Okay. All right. Kevin, thanks for the update today.